Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity, and this match is going to be between Sangho, aka Ryan, and Jaehoon. I've had to restart this one a bunch, and I'm not quite sure what's with my issue. What is my issue? I don't get it. I guess you guys don't get it either. Not that you would. No, never mind. Anyway, that's how I'm feeling right now. There's kind of a weird smell of raid in the room. It's kind of tripping me out. Really fast, before this game gets started, I want to give two shout-outs. First of all, to Drops Mad Bombs, aka Kenny, winner of Commentator Idol. It's one of the guys I feel like I'm closer to at SC2GG. He's a really awesome guy. He's also from the Sacramento area, which is where I'm from. And I believe so, yeah. And also, Mr. Smiley's from there too, I think. So shout out to Mr. Smiley. Maybe I'm off on that. But then also Raging Tempest, who is a new commentator testing out his stuff on YouTube. So check out Raging Tempest. That's Tempist, which is Shakespearean almost, or High Templar-ish. Take your pick. God's Garden, I have seen this game several times. I've had to restart it several times just because the smell has been just completely distracting. So hopefully when I'm doing any commentary in the future that's of any significance, I won't have like random smelly guy in the front row. It really is, it's just throwing me off. So I'm trying to plug my nose and talk and do the commentary and the breathing through the nose thing. I don't know if commentary makes things because you have to breathe through your nose a lot to do the circular talking. Deep breaths, but it's almost like circular trumpet playing. But yeah, it's just really, really, really distracting. Let me get to the game at hand instead of talking about how distracting the smell is. This is going to be on God's Garden. Both players looking teal on this minimap. Ryan was in the upper left-hand corner, aka Sangho. Upper right-hand corner at 2 o'clock. We did have Jaehoon as the teal protoss. Yeah, I really like Sangho in this match just because Jaehoon's not all that spectacular, whereas Sangho has had spectacular games overall. He isn't like the spectacular player. A lot of people swear by him. Samuel guy swears by him. And Sangho has had glimpses of genius, but overall has been inconsistent and really hasn't broken into that A or even I would say B+ class. Excuse me, as a result. I do root for Estro though and Ace just because I feel like I have to root for the underdog. It's just kind of one of those things. Maybe it's for the Sacramento effect once again. And it looks like Sangho is going to just go for a standard build, opposite end, same thing. Both players scouting each other right off the bat. And I'm going to be kind of interested because this is on God's Garden. You do have that expansion to the natural secondary that's behind your base, basically. That's much easier to defend. You also have an expansion in front, so it's kind of like Loki 2, but it's more open in the middle, more Lost Temple or Python-esque into the middle of the map. But I feel like there's certain builds that are favored as a result because of that protected natural secondary, specifically 2-gate Reaver, 1-gate Reaver, and then obviously fast expansion, whereas other builds are punished. So at early infantry into the mid-game, that's 3-gate Dragoon, 4-gate Zealot, although you don't really see that in the pro scene all that often, and also Dark Templar, I would say, because usually what you're trying to do with those builds is you're trying to inflict specifically damage on that front door. Usually if someone goes fast expansion and you've gone large infantry into the mid-game, there's that target of opportunity and they just end up losing, having to cancel their nexus, and that's 400 minerals that were not being used there, which is absolutely huge because, you know, that's 4 troops at least, usually 3 Dragoons difference, which could be the game. And then it looks like it's all going to be running up here for Jaehoon. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting map. Again, I have seen this this game before, so this is going to be chock full of interesting comments just like this. And I want you guys to watch this. This is absolutely awesome. Using the return mineral trick on that probe and then stopping it right in the mix just to screw that Zealot up so we can get this Zealot scout in. And this is absolutely huge. So the second Zealot not able to run up to cap that front door. And really, and the first Zealot actually the second Zealot I should say, produced from Jaehoon, able to kill that probe scout in the meantime. And that is absolutely critical. Huge, huge, huge in any Protoss versus Protoss game, because usually, first of all, you want to keep an eye for that scout almost more than the Zealot, but the Zealot absolutely hurts. First of all, it leaves you feeling very vulnerable on your ramp because the second Zealot might wander up and might, looks like Jaehoon actually giving up on that. I'm not quite sure why. I guess he felt like he had the spot. I really like his tactics right here, putting down that nexus, knowing that on the opposite end, Sangho wouldn't put down that robotics facility right in his face. Looks like Sangho on the opposite end has put down a nexus of his own, a little bit behind Jaehoon. So it looks like Jaehoon might be producing some, yeah, he has produced some additional troops rather than put that nexus down. And this is the other problem for Sangho. He's playing completely in the dark, and he's getting way too greedy. He's trying to expand and put down a robotics facility without knowing exactly what Jaehoon's doing. He should have played a little bit safer, either gone for well, first of all, probably put down a second gateway no matter what. And as a result, he's just not going to have enough troops to fight this back. He doesn't even have a Dragoon yet, so skipping Dragoon, also skipping range to try to get tech and an expansion at the same time, which is just trying to do too much at once in any matchup. And now putting down a second gateway without any troops, it was risky play. And what he was hoping is that he was going up against an expansion, and that he would be able to kind of counter it that way. But very nice on Jaehoon. Instead, knowing that he was in the dark, knowing that he could do anything, running up with just superior troops now and only that single pylon to power all of that tech. And now it looks like the Zealot's going to run up, do some damage, and this is, yeah, a bad situation. More units should be flooding up. And it's just, even with this, with the decent amount of micro, it's pretty easy to kill. A second Dragoon now up in the base, and that should be GG because it's only a single Zealot versus 2 Dragoons and 3 Zealots, and those probes are really not going to help out that much. And as you can see, that Dragoon just fleeing. So this game is most likely going to go to Jaehoon, and I would expect GG in just a second here, just because, well, he's got to fight it out to the end, but nevertheless, it's actually putting up pretty good defense. So this is as far as I've seen into the game. So from here on, it's fresh commentary. But the probes chasing the rest all the way down the ramp. 3 Dragoon's going to try to immediately turn around and push right back in. Able to pick off a Dragoon. Now it's going to be just 1 Dragoon left. So in theory, Jaehoon has won this game. In practice, Sangho still could pull it out. It looks like he's got an observatory as well, oddly enough. Maybe worried about Dark Templar counter here, and another Dragoon going to pop out just to die. A couple probes trying to looks like they are going to be able to micro back 1 Dragoon, and able to kill it, but still, Sangho putting up a valid defense, but he's still falling behind further and further economically, and still has, Dragoons running free in his base. The probes trying to do what they can, not able to get it done though, and yeah, you can see Sangho's base not populated with probes, where Jaehoon's is, and as long as Jaehoon doesn't completely botch his macro, he'll be in a really good position. Intense close-up of the face, and I gotta say, yeah, Sangho's microing this really well for the situation, but using the probes in here, wow, able to take out 2 Dragoons and somehow defend this actually. So it's not going to be GG just yet, but still he's bled a lot of probes, just trying to defend his own base, so I can't see him coming out with this. And now it looks like a robotics facility up. Reaver should be out in no time at all, and there still should be more Dragoons going up to finish this off. But for the moment, Sangho has managed to defend his base where other protoss would have failed. And so that shows you the spots of genius. So maybe he just plays better under pressure. I don't know. But anyway, looks like that Reaver should be out momentarily. Range upgrade should be finished in not too long, but unfortunately that observer is going to be able to see it. I don't know that it's really going to be able to do anything. Trying to get out a Reaver of his own, but it's going to be quite a bit delayed. And he's going up against a superior number of Dragoons, even on the resupply to his front door. He does have that ramp advantage at the very least, but that is going to disappear once that kind of dancing there and taking a couple free hits. That is managing to kill one uphill, and now it's going to be 4-on-2. Now it looks like 3-on-1, and once again Jaehoon's going to be able to push right back up that ramp and establish position. Sangho got to run that shuttle away, and he's going to have a hard time getting that Reaver produced as well. I don't know if he timed it right alongside the Dragoons to pop out at the same time, but oftentimes that Reaver can pop out and be completely undefended. He's trying to keep an eye on that shuttle that's wandering its way in, but honestly, he's not going to have enough to defend. So there's a single Dragoon popping out versus 4 Dragoons, and that's GG. He knows he can't hold it at that stage. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that was one of those games that MBC wasn't necessarily expecting to take, but that's going to force it to an ace match. Thanks for listening. Sorry for the bit of like blahness in it, and I'm going to go into the ace match now.